Hi, my name is Karen D, and I am the Twitchy Stitcher here, and Twitchy Stitcher 01 on Instagram. And this is Floss Tube number 8, and today's date is Friday, January 23rd. I want to thank you all for coming, and welcome to my craft room. Hi to all my friends who always support me, and they're such dear friends. I'm so grateful for them. And I also want to welcome any new subscribers. Thank you for checking me out. I hope you like what you see. Um, Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to talk about my WIPs for the past 2 weeks, what I've worked on, and I'm going to go into some February plans because we've got some big stuff coming up that I want to talk about. And the first project I'm going to talk about is Threads of the Universe. This is a Scott Howden chart, and Paint Creek Crafts carries it. And it's a full coverage chart, and it's called Threads of the Universe. And being an avid knitter, crocheter, cross stitcher, you name it, I just love this. And it's a large chart. It's 146,000 stitches, and it's 331 by 443, and I've done it on Easy Count Ada. Now what I'm going to show you is how much I've got done so far in January. And as you can see, I have her nose done and quite a bit of her cheekbone. You can just barely see where her mouth will go and her eye sockets. And I am going to, next floss tube, I'm going to take it off of my scroll rod and show you the actual picture, because there'll be something worth seeing by then. Until then, it's kind of just a pink blob. The next one is my temperature chart, and that's Local Conditions by Jody Rice of Satsuma Street. I love Satsuma Street charts. I wish I had time to do more. But this is the temperature stitch, and I'm working on it with my best friend, Christine. She's also doing it. And even though she lives probably 20 minutes from my house, her temperature chart is already different than mine. So it's fascinating to see. And this is it, the first 18 days so far. I work on it every Sunday. And I do the temperature at noon every day. And this is on 16 count Baba Ganoush. And I have a whole bunch of it rolled up behind me. And Baba Ganoush is dyed by thesewingshop.ca. And as you can see, there's quite a few different cold colors. Here in Southern Ontario, we have a lot of snow days and a lot of frigid temperatures lately. So I imagine it's going to stay in the blues and greens for most of January. And the next chart I'm going to show you is My Mermaid's Realm by Joan Elliott. And this was a January start. And it's also on 16 count Baba Ganoush because I love that fabric. I just love it. And this is it so far. There, you can see it's in a deep purple. And it's anchor, what's the anchor color? I believe it's 1029, but what happened was I had a hank of this color, so I was waiting for the right stitch for it. So you can see I have the bottom, the very bottom row done, the two mermaids. And the next row is rows of waves and sharks and seahorses. So I have the first row of the next section done. And the reason it's all folded up because it's a really long chart, so I've got it all folded up or rolled up out of the way. Because I hate dangling with fabric. Dangling bothers me, so I have to kind of always keep it rolled up or tucked away or something. And the next one I've been working on is my Halloween countdown from Shannon Christine. Now, in, let me see, when did I start it? I started it in October of last year, and I did all the framework so that I could do all the fill-in a month. And I overestimated how much I would need to get done because I thought 100 stitches a day would get it done. No, some of these pictures, and I'll show you them in a minute, have 500, 600, 700 stitches in them. So I was misled by my own brain. So I'm trying to get extra days in to try to reach January, but I'm not sure if it'll reach the deadline. But this is it so far. So I've just started the ghost on this one. I still have to choose which decoration I want in those ones. And then there's a garland that goes all across the bottom that I have to put in. It's really a nice stitch. I really like working on it, but I should have attempted to put it over a January and February stitch instead of just 1 month. I should have stretched it over 2 months. So that might still happen if I can't reach the goals. But I just didn't want to carry it on too much longer. But that's the Halloween countdown. The next one is a stitch along with a bunch of my friends, but Melanie of Uplift Stitches is also doing this same pattern by Yasmin's Made with Love, and it's called Kaleidoscope. And before I show it to you, let me show the cover photo. And this is on Birthday Cake Ada by The Sewing Shop. It's 11,959 stitches, but both Melanie and I decided to not do the alphabet. So we're just doing all 6 giant Quakers. And in October, the last time I worked on it, I had it at 44.4%. And now I have another Quaker done. There you go. So I have the top 3 done and my initials of the alphabet. Oh, that light. So I'm basically at 50%. See if you can see. That's the last one I did, was the blue one. The blue and green, the yellow, and the orange one. And I have to tell you, doing this orange in January was not fun. I found that orange and peaches are not colors that I like in large quantities. I don't mind pumpkins, but this was a bit much of the orange, and I'm glad I'm almost done with it. And this is on, I believe, 16 count. No, 14 count, Ada. And the next one is another Shannon Christine. And this is the Rainbow Band Sampler. And I started it in April last year. So it didn't get as much work as it should have. But this year it's also on WIPGO. And I'm going to try to give it 2 days of every month if I can. So this is it, the Rainbow Band Sampler. And it's all in my favorite colors. The pinks, the teals, the aquas, the yellows, the reds. There is a little orange, but it's tolerable in that level to me. And this is just on white, 16 count white Ada. And I have been working on it, as you see. You still see the hoop marks where I've been changing it. And the yellow at the bottom, let me get this yellow. Once I get halfway across there, I'm at the 50% mark. Beautiful colors. And so I'd like to have it finished this year. It's 12,000 stitches, so I'm not sure if it's going to get done or not, because twice on WIPGO is only about 5,000 stitches. So technically this probably will go into next year. And the next one I'm going to show you is a Joan Elliott. I do like my fairies. And this is the Sunflower Fairy. And I just love blue and yellow are just a favorite combination of mine. And you throw in the green, and I love all these colors so much. And I love the combination of them. This is on a fabric called Dirty Martini. And this is what I've been working on. In this month, I did the green, part of the green cape, the light green. I did this dark green and yellow ribbon. And her waist is about here. And what I've done is worked on the green part of the bouquet and started the yellow sunflowers. So it looks like I'm going across and up. So I usually go either up or down, but it looks like this way I'm going up. And it's on a big piece of fabric, so I'm going to have to cut the bottom off soon. But with my fancy ladies, I leave anywhere between 3 to 5 inch borders, just so I have lots of room for framing. So I am not a person who's stingy with her fabric. I put it in the center and then move out, and if I have big borders, that's fine. I can always cut them off and do bookmarks or smalls with the fabric that's left. And the next one is by Fine Frog Stitching. And this is by the same one with the strawberry goose witch that I did with several of my friends. And I also fell in love with Princess Pondworthy, so I decided to do it too. My daughter loves frogs, so this one will be for her library probably. It's about 6,491 stitches. It's 90 by 24. and I worked on it in June, October, and ended 2025 with 4,116 stitches, which is at 63%. So now it is at 80%. And this is on 14 count Kapow by the Sewing Shop. So what I have left to do is most of the yellow. What's left is yellows, and then the oval border that goes around her. And then she will be done. So she will probably go in my 100 stitches a day for a month to finish her off. I have a wheel I spin that tells me what's my stitch for the month of 100 stitches a day. So I'll spin the wheel in the end of February and decide what the next project is for, I'll spin the wheel at the end of January for February's. And the next one is one that I really want to get done this year. It's Enchanted Rachel. It's by Teresa Gill, and I started it in December of 2022. So it's time to move it on. In 2023, I was at 24%. 2024, I was at 50%. Where did I put it? And in 2025, I ended with 83.5%. So she's, what is she? 15,000 stitches. But she has a lot of back stitching. She has 3 colors of back stitching in metallics and 6 colors of beads. So once I get the stitching done, I still have a long ways to go. But I think she is going to be stunning. So I'm just starting her upper chest and neck, and I'll be doing her hair next. And her hair has almost 7,000 stitches. So, and she's going to be on WIPGO twice this year. And again, I hope to fit her in a couple days each month if possible, just to get more work done on her, because she's my oldest WIP that is not on hold. I have 2 WIPs, maybe 3 that are on hold, and I'm not going to talk about them right now, but there's reasons they're on hold, and I just have to figure out how to work around those reasons. So I follow the I Spy Challenge by Laura Stitching by the Shore. So a 2026 finish I hope to have is Enchanted Rachel. The next one, number 2, is someone else's stitching, and that's Local Conditions with my friend Christine. 3 starts with an A. I still don't have anything for that one yet. 4, a Lego shape, Local Conditions. All those stacking little skyscrapers remind me of a Lego thing. 5 was a new start, and that was my stitch 26 that I showed you last time. 6 is color that starts with a B. Halloween Countdown. There's lots of black in that one. 7 was found in a flavored tea, and I'm going to go with pumpkin. I know pumpkin chai is a coffee, so I figured they must have tried it in a tea somewhere along the line. Not something I would drink, but an intentional finish in 2026 is my Halloween countdown. That's I'm slugging away at that till it's done. 9 was related to Australia, so I struggled with this one. But as you know, some of my friends have unique imaginations. Karen, Laura, just to put some names out there. So I decided Mermaid's Realm, because if I was a mermaid, I would be definitely hanging out in Australian waters. So that's my related to Australia is my mermaids, because that's where I'd live if I was a mermaid. And number 10 was a jigsaw puzzle. And I said Threads of the Universe, my full coverage chart, because I already own it in diamond painting. So I know it would make a fabulous puzzle. So, you know, if anyone's out there that's a puzzle creator, think about that. So I'm going to do, of course, February's I Spy Challenge. I'm also going to be doing an RPG character challenge with Michael of Uplift Stitches. It's a year-long project to create a role-playing character for games like Dungeons and Dragons. Of course, there's lots of other role-playing games, but I thought you might be most familiar with that one. And at the end of every month, I will give you my stats and my character development month by month. So that's going to be really fun to do. Unfortunately, and I'm pouting as I say this, I did not get my fabric of the month yet from the sewing shop. So it'll have to wait. But I mean, it's still another week in February. And I also didn't get my Shannon Christine pattern of the month. She hasn't released it yet. So double pout on this face. But I mean, the next week is going to be great because I'm going to get them both. I am going to be starting the Witchy Stitcher soon. And it's a pirate ship with a kraken. And so that's in my upgoing plans. And the next thing in my plans is, let me just get my notes. So for February, I have 3 starts and finishes planned. So I better keep my stitches, my fingers in good condition. The first thing I'm going to be starting is an ATC card, which is an artist trading card. And this swap is run by Laura of Stitching by the Shore. An ATC card is a 2.5 by 3.5 inch stitch. So it's a nice small stitch. And this swap is based on your year of birth. So, without giving anything away, I was born in 1956. So I'm going through some major events that happened in 1956 and deciding what I want to base my card on. I just haven't decided yet. And the next thing is my Canada Swaps Small. And that's run by Karen the Stitching Owl. And this is a small, I believe it's under 6 inches your stitch has to be. And I've decided to do a Max Pigeon Coop Designs. And I'm going to be doing the partridge and pear. So that will be also a start and a finish. And the other thing I'm going to be starting, hopefully a finish, but I'm not sure, is the Winter Stag. And I'm going to be stitching that along with Karen the Stitching Owl. So you'll be seeing all of those next floss tube. I'll have pictures of everything and decisions made. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoy what you saw, please like, subscribe, comment, and if you're in cold weather, please stay safe. Don't drive if you don't need to. Give yourself lots of extra time. And I will see you all. Well, first of all, next Friday, watch Karen the Stitching Owl. And I will see you all in the Friday following. So thank you very much. Bye.